By the end of this video, you'll be able to decide if you really need to buy the new Elijah Craig A125. Let's get into it. So the new Elijah Craig Barrel Proof A125 already came out. Like, I feel like I just bought C924. How did this come out already? Anyways, I went into the Virginia ABC and I learned that they removed Elijah Craig Barrel Proof from the allocation list. Which is good and bad in some ways if you think about it. Imagine C923 being on the shelf and not being allocated. Someone would snatch all the bottles up. So I don't know. I'm 50-50 about it, but I'm still glad that I was able to get a bottle. It seems that it's just sitting on the shelf. Honestly, I think that bourbon boom might be around the corner, but I need the prices to come down. Like, there's a lot of bourbon on the shelf, but the prices are still high. Like, I'm paying $75 for this bottle. All right, so this is the new Elijah Craig A125, and to my disappointment, which I didn't even realize when I bought the bottle, it is only 10 years and 7 months old. Honestly, I feel a little robbed. This might be the youngest Elijah Craig Barrel Proof. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it's the youngest. And on top of that, when Elijah Craig first came out with Barrel Proof, the standard was 12 years old. So I don't know who had the idea to make it under 12. People are paying $75. Like, come on, give them the 12-year and older bourbon. So we have it at 10 years, 7 months, and it's 118.2. So honestly, the proof is low as well. I don't know what's going on here. Maybe they're saving a good batch, but this is a very low, very under the age barrel proof. Right at the beginning, we're not off to a good start. I poured out some of the bourbon and I let it sit for a while. So we're ready to just get started on the aroma now. Color, first of all, it's a nice brown, but it's not dark. Like, it could be a little darker. And the whiskey is looking a tiny bit thin, like just at the mark of it being thick juice. Just slightly thin. Okay, let's go in for the aroma. Well, it smells pretty good. I get vanilla, caramel, some wood, but I think I get like a hazelnut or chocolate note, which is really good in my book because I love chocolate. I am getting some cherry. That's the fruity note that I'm getting. So overall, it's pretty sweet. And it's pretty aromatic with the vanilla and cherry note. Okay, let's not waste time. Let's go in for the taste. Cheers. That was really oaky. With that 10-year-old age, it honestly felt a little older. So the taste was pretty oaky, a little bit bitter. And then once it started getting to the finish, there was a little bit of spice, but then it got sweet. I think I got hints of chocolate, to be honest with you. That's a pretty great finish. And it went down pretty smooth. There was a bit of spice, but overall it was pretty smooth. That was my first taste. Let's go in for my second. Second time with the aroma, it's still coming off fruity. Yeah, for me, there's a lot of char in a taste, and my mouth is watering. Hints of spices, so I want to say clove. I don't know if it's cinnamon, but the finish is still coming off pretty sweet. I think I want to stick with that chocolate note. But honestly, I'm not gonna lie, it's not wowing me. I was expecting more. Like, honestly, C924 was a pretty good batch. I don't know if everyone agrees with me on that one, but it was actually pretty good. This falls a little short. So let me look up the ingredients real quick. So before I read the notes, let's recap my notes. Let's recap my notes. For aroma, I said cherries, vanilla, oak, and hints of chocolate. For taste, I said a lot of oakiness, some caramel, some vanilla. Then it transforms to spiciness and then hints of either clove or cinnamon and little hints of chocolate. The finish comes off a little sweet for me, which is enjoyable after the taste is being a little bit oaky and bitter for me. So those are my notes. Let's see what's on the Elijah Craig website. The picture is B523. I think they need to update that one. Oh, okay, never mind. So A125 actually came out January 2025, which was literally last week. Proof 118.2. It's 10 years old, 7 months. Color is deep amber. I give it that. It is a little darker, but it also has that light amber color. Aroma, caramel with toasted oak. I did say it was oaky, fruit notes, but it's not cherry. It says apple and orange. So if they want to say that, it kind of reminds me of the toasted rye because I got a lot of citrus notes and I got a lot of chocolate notes. Taste, rich vanilla, caramel, and butterscotch. I didn't get that either. Along with spices of black pepper. That's where the spiciness is. Cinnamon, so it was cinnamon, not clove, at the back of the palate. Did not get the butterscotch, and honestly, before filming this, I had this sit out for about 2 hours. And I'm not tasting butterscotch or smelling it. I get the vanilla, but it's not rich to me. The finish is nicely layered, showcasing all flavors, fades slowly, then lingers as it cools. Just give me notes. Oh my gosh. And at the bottom, which I think is pretty funny, they said varies with each batch. Past batches have ranged from 128 to 140.2. And they had the audacity to put 118.2 in this bottle and sell it for $75. Yeah, honestly, it's not wowing me. Okay, guys, well, to be honest with you, I am not impressed with this batch. For one, it's younger than the other batches that I've paid for. It definitely does not compare to C923. And honestly, the closest one I thought was comparable to C923 was C924. But A125, And I'm pretty sure last year's A124, I thought it was pretty good and spicy. It was much better than this bottle, I could tell you that. Would I recommend that you guys buy it? Honestly, no. I would say wait for the B525. I am going to help you save some money. Don't rush to buy this bottle. It's nothing wowing. And at 10 years old, you don't want to be spending $75 for it. Which I think is funny because like we would go crazy for something that's 10 years old and older, like at a Buffalo Trace product. But when it comes to like Heaven Hill and Elijah Craig and stuff, we're like, oh wait, you gave us affordable options before, like what's happening? I think we like when we get our money's worth in bourbon, and seeing that this is just falling a little short. I don't know. I don't know how other whiskey people or my whiskers would think about this bottle, to be honest with you. But seeing that I'm buying all the whiskey and trying it, this definitely falls short for me. If it's on sale, buy it. If not, honestly, I think you could skip it. I don't think you're gonna miss out. If you're a huge Elijah Craig barrel proof fan, go ahead and get the bottle, all yours. If you wanna taste it and compare it to other bottles, go ahead. But I'm gonna let you know right now, you're not missing out on much. Your other batches, and if you have a bunch of them, just stick with those. You don't need to spend another $75 or more on this batch. And I usually don't say that about a lot of bourbon. Seeing that this is a little more expensive, this is just me advising you if you want to shell out the cash or not. So yeah, that is my honest opinion on the barrel proof batch. So with that information, you can decide if you need to buy this batch or not, but I'm gonna just say you don't have to run and buy it. And sooner than later, B525 will be on the shelves. So with that, I hope you enjoyed the review. Let me know what you think. I will have my other Elijah Craig videos for you to watch. If you're new to my channel, please subscribe, and I will see you in the next whiskey video. Good night.